Greetings, everyone. I am Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. For this upcoming energetic shift, we have Venus in Taurus along with Mars going into Aries. So Mars is right at home with Aries. Those two energies are just complementing of each other, God of War style, right? That ego, fiery energy just wants to get going, going, going. Venus and Taurus, however, is asking us to be more grounded, patient, methodical. Like, let's take a look at what the risk and reward process is here, right? So how do we navigate these sort of energies? Let's get more information in this divinely guided rune reading. Okay, how are we feeling out there, everyone? As usual, I have this singing bowl. We're going to cleanse this energetic space. I have this $2 note that represents uncommon abundance, that when I place it into the bowl and when I ring it, we're simultaneously giving gratitude for and inviting more of that uncommon abundance into our lives. All right, so I would like to invite you now, while I ring this bowl, to close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Don't force it. Don't force your breath. Okay? And we're concentrating on Venus and Taurus energies. Also, there's that Mars and Aries. Mars and Aries, Venus and Taurus. What does it mean? Venus and Taurus is very lovey-dovey and affectionate. Please check out the comment box below for more of the details down in the descriptions below here, okay? So let's get a read here. Just give me a sec here. All right, and past energies. We just had this really interesting week. Let me get that shuffled up really good. And this very interesting week, right? Right after a big conjunction and that big full moon, and then that last rune reading that just says, hey, by the way, this potential tower moment, this releasing of what needs to be released for your inner self needs to be released. Okay, great. But, okay, Venus and Taurus, very lovey-dovey, very affectionate, very into their actions. Venus and Taurus wants to see and wants proof of that affection. Okay, this is Kinas. This is that fire energy, the Pac-Man energy, always moving forward, trailblazing energy. This is where we're moving from. We're light illuminating the path for others. We're leading by example. We can figure we're holding on this torch on the right-hand side or left-hand side here, and we can imagine this as the rays of light being illuminated out to the path or the area in front of us, lighting the way forward. You know the path forward. You know the way. You were illuminated. Okay? This is very forward driving, very progressive, very manifesting, take charge sort of energy. Kinas really likes it when we lead by example. So also that Mars in Aries energy, better keep that ego in check, okay? It's going to be very aggressive, very, very want to get out there, like chomping at the bit, like, okay, let's get out there, let's do this. This is more about that self-assuredness, that healthy sense of ego, right? That more like a healed solar plexus, like that last rune reading. I think we left off with that chakra token in the middle here, and that was the solar plexus, right? So you could be coming from that healed solar plexus sort of energy even right now, which is going to really help you and persist moving forward. Right now, you're in Wunjo, you're in joy. This is your clan flag. This is your clan flag of success. Imagine the energies it takes when you get to the top of the hill, when you get to that summit, when you get to your goal, right? And all the energies that it took, all of the cooperation, all of the communication, all of the collaboration, all of the feedback, all of the adjusting, right? All of the trials, all of the testing, all of that led up to this. Your pleasure, your bliss right now. So this is really great. You're being called to celebrate this in a very healthy way, because Spirit wants you to know that with Venus and Taurus, they got you back. They got your back. And also that Aries aspect with Mars, okay, it's coming out of that very watery energy of Pisces, and is entering into Aries. Now it's going to want to take charge and go forward. Feel like you're going to feel like, oh, at last, this is, oh, all of a sudden, you know, I'm in my victories. Yes, this is all at last. Finally, this is happening. Finally, like I'm feeling like you're catching up. Like all of these energies, like we're lagging, catching up to you, right? And you're thinking, okay, finally, yes. Instead of thinking like, oh, okay, gratitude for the moment, gratitude to the universe, gratitude for even experiencing this, right? Let's go there first, okay? Not be in our ego states, like, oh, it's about time. More like, thank you for this opportunity to reflect in this moment, because right in the very near future energies, Urus, the ox, is calling us to be grounded. Yes, because you want to embody, you want to identify, probably take the lead of this Taurus season, right, with Venus in Taurus. Okay, because that's really going to work with you in your favor, especially when you want to embody more of that fiery Aries energy with that Mars, the god of war, energy. Okay, so slow and steady wins the race. You're taking very methodical steps forward. This is like the rune of Taurus, right? That Venus and Taurus energy is like very methodical, very, okay, let's just, pump the brakes here just a second. Let's just, take a look to the left, take a look to the right before we cross the street. Okay. One step in front of the other, making those consistent, committed, imperfect actions, steps towards your goal, right? Yes, you can celebrate this. You could be in this joy. Just don't overdo it. This is really the big warning here in this season, especially when you want to move forward and you just want to you're called to be grounded, embody that bull energy moving forward. Okay, we're pretty much done with that Aries season energy, and we're moving forward into this Taurus, more grounded energy. You want to be more embodied in that. Okay, this is also natural vitality, healing work, right? So what does healing work and natural vitality mean to you? What do you do to get grounded? Let me know in the comments below. And your action taken for the best outcome. This is great, y'all. This is Fehu. This is the literal rune of cattle. This is the rune of abundance. So with more cattle comes more responsibilities, right? You have to feed more of them. You have to protect more of them. You have to provide the space for more of them. You have to, all of this, right? So in the same thing when it comes to our abundance, we have more of these outlets and avenues that we can take to invest here, invest there, invest a little there, celebrate here. So this is really challenging us to really view where, are we viewing abundance in a healthy mindset? Really, action taken for the best outcome. Fehu says just make sure you get your finances in check. Make sure you're all paid up for the upcoming months ahead. I know a lot of us are getting ready for summer, so make sure all of your documents are signed for what's coming up, and you're just prepared for your road trips. You have everything all planned out. Okay, you have your budget set aside for that. Okay, so This is really great energy coming around here, because even this Mars and Aries energy, and this Taurus energy, okay, with Venus, really our abundance is going to be on our minds a lot, especially that Venus aspect, okay. And when we're, trying to embody more of that Venus energy, yes, that's going to be on our minds a lot more. Also, it is on our minds, thoughts, feelings, and emotions. This is Ewas. This is the horse. This is the trusted energetic friend, trusted energetic source from your past, or maybe a past life even. Okay, where this could mean a pilgrimage. It could be a trusted energetic source, or your trusted energetic source, as in your relationship with divine. Like, you can always take divine with you. You take, like, you say your loved one is always in your heart. You always take them with you wherever you go. This is sort of this similar aspect with your relationship with divine, perhaps. Okay, this could mean a literal pilgrimage to a spiritual significant place to you, where, like, maybe it's a neat waterfall or a cave, or where you have a spiritual circle. Okay. This could also mean a spiritually powerful place such as Machu Picchu or Stonehenge, so keep that open mind. Say yes to adventure when it comes up. Just make sure that you're taking those methodical, slow, sure steps there, that your finances are in check. You can afford to do this, okay? Your abundance is in this pilgrimage and in this journey here, but just make sure that you are doing this in a realistic way. That's all that Divine's wanting us to say. And that Mars and Aries energy will want us to just kind of like, oh, well, we can just kind of ignore this, a little bit, and overspend here a little bit, or budget a little, or maybe even forget to budget in a certain aspect of our lives. So definitely pay attention to that coming up here in the upcoming energies. Okay, next up, what we risk losing, is in that journey. This is Rido. This is a change of house, spouse, or career. This is a location. This is more of a physical movement. What you risk losing in this pilgrimage is that literal physical 3D movement. If you're having a stagnancy of abundance in your life, this physical attachment to it, you do risk losing that physical attachment to it if you're not grounded in your natural vitality, making wise decisions when it comes to your senses of abundance. I like to think of my abundance as my love. Okay, is everything passing through that love filter? Am I responding yes to the questions? Am I receiving it with love? Am I responding to it with love? Am I speaking with it with love? What's the first thought that comes to my head? Is it a loving thought? Okay, if the answer is no to any of those questions, I know where my abundance needs to have its work done at, right? And then we can say yes to this journey, right? We don't want to be too much up in our heads about this either, because this journey is going to be great. We don't really want to risk losing that, because this is tied in with our joy. There's something great out there. This is tied in with our pleasure, joy. So this is going to be maybe an invitation to something, saying, okay, hey, let's just do this getaway here coming up in the near future. And you say, oh, well, I might be booked. Just say yes. Just say yes. Just say yes. Plans don't happen until they happen, y'all. The universe is divinely guiding you, so please let it. Yeah. What we have to gain, what the outcome of this is Theresias. This is Thor's hammer. This is like Mjolnir, right? This is that lightning strike, very thorough, very swift action, very strong, very, very assured action, okay? This is also indicative of a thorn in the side, or a giant on your path, okay? That needs to be addressed fully. Either way, it needs to be addressed fully, right? Otherwise, we're stuck on this path, and then we'll have to repeat life lessons, and we're definitely not going to get anywhere after that, if we're not doing that. This is really that journey. I think this is like a yes or no. This is a theory sauce. Is like you're maybe you spot a catch-22 out there where you're darned if you do, darned if you don't, and just then okay, then which one hurts less, I guess. Which one is the healthiest way to go? Which one is the greatest outcome for the greatest number of people? Right? Would be a good selfless way of asking yourself. But the theoresis is this decisive action is yours. Okay? You're lighting the path. You're leading by example. You're moving in an abundance mindset. And this divine action is yours. Whatever this is for you, this is blessed. This is really great. Because theoresis, this is Thor's hammer, right? This is the build, destroy, or I like to also argue it can also protect. Okay, so whatever action that needs assistance here with the abundance, you have that action here in the outcome, and it's assured for you this action that you want to take this action. You're like planning up to take this action. You have this trusted energetic source. You have your methods, your finances, your significant other, right? You have your joy. You're leading by example. You got that abundance, you're working on in the meantime, and you're traveling along with this, right? And now you get to make that swift action. Okay, am I gonna do this with my life? Or am I just doing this for what? What am I doing this for, right? So that decision, that outcome decision that you've been, that's been on your mind, right? Which path am I going to commit to 100 and a million, 10,000%? Okay, that you have that aid in that direction. It's all for you. All you got to do is like trust the process, TTP, right? We have to let go. We have to let go in order to make room, right? We learned that in the last rune reading. Okay, this divine action is really great. You're divinely guided either way. So whatever those action steps are for you, may they be blessed. Let's get some clarity from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. These are divine messages going straight to your spirit, straight to your soul. So, divine, please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for this transition into Venus in Taurus and Mars in Aries? Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have two cards, grief and honesty. Okay, let's look at this here. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Okay. And then honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect the truth from myself. Maybe this is a moment of momentary grief for you, where you have that sort of revelation where it's like, well, at least I'm honest with myself. This moment where somebody, you discover that they're dishonest, and that's leading you up to this action. Maybe this is you testing that trusted energetic source. Okay, maybe with some sort of aspect of abundance in your life. Maybe your whole heart and emotions. Just wait before you giving over your whole heart and everything and your whole soul, and commit to everything. Make grounded, methodical steps moving forward here. I know that Aries energy along with Mars will have you going, yes, this is a sure thing, but Taurus is like, no, let's just, okay, we'll be glad for taking these sure steps later. Okay, let's start with a good foundation here. Okay, this swift action can come later. Okay, but right now, let's just do that check. Okay, it might be a moment of grief, but at least you're being honest and open in this communication with this other energetic source. Okay? Let's read more about these cards. Grief again says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Nothing is gone forever. The belief that we have lost someone or something is merely an illusion to assist us in learning to appreciate our having it in the first place. The emotion of grief is a sense of loss, and it's absolutely real, but that's the point. It might feel real, but that's the point. The lesson of loss is not about the actual physical separation, but the parting is temporary and illusory. The point of the lesson is to acknowledge that the bonds of love never end and that we have not been abandoned. Excuse me. When you accept in your heart that you will be reunited with everything you have ever loved, it will give you the ability to move beyond your grief and derive something beneficial from the experience. To wallow in grief is to pass up the opportunity that you and your soul family have devised and learn nothing from it. Instead, allow your grief to take you to a place of deeper understanding. All right, let's look at honesty next. Again, this says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Being truthful with others is a slippery business. You are expected to tell and expected to be told white lies. No one wants their feelings hurt, but sometimes, there's a strong dose of reality that is needed. No one can tell you definitively in what circumstances an untruth would be better. But honesty is usually the best policy. You and only you know in your heart when the right time is to be totally honest. The only time you must be absolutely truthful is when you are addressing yourself. You must at all times be present with yourself and present yourself authentically to those around you. Only by being yourself do you draw people and circumstances that you most need to learn from. Powerful, beautiful messages, right? I think this goes along with that last rune reading of what we had let go, what we have moved behind. We feel really good. We're in our abundance. We're feeling great. Just keeping that ego in check. We're going to be called to make some swift action up here, but just know that it is going to be good to be rid of this grief. We're moving on from grief. We're being honest with ourselves, right? And we're not being in a sense of grief when we're honest with ourselves, right? We're still moving on with that healed solar plexus energy, where we get to be more assured and honest and open with ourselves and others, right? So that's just continuing on a little bit more with that, just knowing that where the hammer strikes, it's going to hit its target. Okay, this is going to be divinely guided, whether you have to build or destroy coming up here in the future. Just don't put all your eggs in the basket here right now with this energetic source. Just wait, because the time is coming where that decision will pretty much present itself to you, right? It might be a moment of grief right now. However, you know you're honest and you can carry on through this with this practice, okay? We got this. I know that those are kind of contradictory, almost kind of energies with the Taurus and the Aries, but they can work together. We can get through this, y'all. All right, these are divinely guided messages from the fairies. Fairies are divinely guided beings who love to assist us in our divinely guided paths. So fairies, please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have to offer for us today for this divinely guided rune reading for Venus in Taurus and Mars in Aries? Please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for us today for this divinely guided rune reading. Oh, fairies, please show us clearly. You're being cheeky. Please show us clearly. Please show us clearly. Please show us clearly. A message of clarity do you have for us today for this divinely guided rune reading for Venus in Taurus and Mars in Aries? You want to give me half the deck, and I'm not. You're being cheeky. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll settle with 2 cards. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Daughter and let go. Let's see what these all have to say. Let's read daughter. It says, the answer to your question involves your daughter. Okay. And then as let go says, as you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. Yeah. Don't be attached to the outcome. It's all going to flow. It's all going to come to you. Life happens for you, not to you. That grief, you get to let it go. Honesty will lead to this more assuredness that being able just to be letting go, being yourself, okay? Letting go of any aspect that is not in alignment with your path right now, okay? Also, we're going to get a lot of clarity about this daughter card. All right, let's read about the daughter card first. Again, it says the answer to your question involves your daughter. This card signifies that a female who is younger than yourself, most likely your daughter, is pivotal in answering your question. She is very intuitive and knows how to help you. No matter how young she is, spend some extra time with your daughter to strengthen your bond and open your heart to the profound love between parent and child. As your relationship with your daughter fills your heart, your entire life benefits. This could be a metaphorical daughter, y'all, so be open to that. Take what resonates in these readings, please, and leave what doesn't. Additional meanings for this card are: a person who is like a daughter to you needs your attention right now, or an unborn baby girl's soul is sending love to you, or a female child in heaven is with you like an angel, or focus upon healing a parent-daughter relationship, or allow your inner child to play and enjoy him or herself. That's a big one. Or give any worry about your daughter to heaven, who's watching over her. And finally, you'll receive a message from your parents if you are a female. So definitely take what resonates, please, with you, and leave what doesn't. Let's read about let go. Let go. Again, this says, as you surrender to the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. The fairies and the entire universe understand your desires and needs, and they've been trying to bring them to you. You can help your prayers be answered by letting go of the need to control the details or know the future outcome of this situation. The more you can relax and trust, the faster everything will resolve in a positive fashion. The universe's plans and standards for you exceed your own, so it's best to lean upon this divine wisdom to allow it to unfold in a perfect way. If you need to, experiment with letting go. You can always take back control. However, the fairies are sure you'll like the results of releasing what and will adopt it as a healthy new lifestyle. Yeah, let it go. Yeah, you want to sing that song, you can. Okay. Additional meanings for this card are: you have nothing to worry about, as everything is working out for the best. Or maintain a positive outlook to attract a positive outcome. Or attend a 12-step meeting such as AA to get help with addiction. Or spend time outdoors to reconnect with God. Or just simply have faith. Let go. Have faith, right? It's going to hit its mark. Okay, don't worry about it. When learning a new skill, trust your body's innate abilities is another meaning. And then finally, instead of overanalyzing a situation, listen to your heart. Let us now please pull a chakra token for the ending of today's rune reading. I like to pull these chakra tokens as divine guidance and aftercare for what we can do throughout our spiritual paths with this spiritually and divinely guided message. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Source. Here we have the sacral chakra. All right. Now, the sacral chakra is 417 hertz. Okay. The colors like orange or like a dreamsicle, like a creamy orange or a salmon color, or like a little bit maybe even a whitish orange kind of in there. The mantra is VAM, and it is a two-handed mudra. We're going to start with our hands in the prayer position. And then we're going to bring these two knuckles in together, tucking in our thumbs, and then bringing our wrists down to home position. The other two fingers, the pinky and the ring finger, stay extended and the tips touch. We rest this in our lap, and that's right below our belly button and our reproductive areas. Okay, the lower abdomen in the just below the belly button. Okay, and the mantra is VAM, V-A-M, at 417 hertz solfeggio frequency. Now let's listen to a little bit more about that frequency. It's the feeling, if you feel sexual repression, lack of creativity, intimacy issues, or you're someone who's emotionally isolative of yourself, then you'd be someone who needs to work on their sacral chakra. This is really good for creative center work, also for detoxifying. Listening to the solfeggio frequency of 417 hertz will help to elicit more openness, creativity, and sensuality. As a result, you'll experience more pleasure and harmony. You'll be able to let that S go. You're being open and honest when you're creative. When you're creative and open and honest, you're in flow and you're able to let it go. And good grief, let go of that. Okay? And whatever this message is, you could flow with this. Maybe this is that trusted energetic source, okay? Maybe this is them asking for help. Just wait for making a decision right now. Your answer will come. Okay, if you're looking for a yes or no answer in this rune reading overall, I am going to go ahead and say yes. This is overall very positive, y'all. This is a very good rune reading. This action here is going to be divinely guided for you and for your overall best good regardless. Just have faith in that, okay? Theorisas, that action that you've been making or leaning towards, that you're kind of building up towards making these next few days energetically, right? You will know when the moment is right, and you will know how to proceed with this. I just trust your divine intuition. Go within, like, make sure you're getting that intuitive guidance when you go within, and you're saying, divine, please create this with me. Give me a sign that I know have no doubt comes from you, and you will get your sign. Awesome energies, everyone. Awesome rune reading. I've been Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. If you'd like a rune reading from me personally, or like any of the runes that you see on my necklaces or in the videos, or if you want a custom order, give me a shout out at youressentialpractice@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to have that conversation with you. That mantra is Vam again, and that hand mudra, let's go over that. It is like so. Kind of like making those binoculars, right? And putting some bunny ears on those. And we're going to point that down south, just under the belly button, and work on our creative energies at 417 hertz solfeggio frequency. Incidentally, when listened passively, it also kind of releases those stagnant, stuck energies out of your home environment. It will help also detoxify and move your energetic fields a lot easier, so you'll feel a little bit more motivated to create. Okay, so this will still complement a lot of that Mars in Aries energy and that beautiful Taurus and Venus complementing energies. All right, namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.